So, where to start off in this quest? Do I just go straight to the dumbbells? Do I just go straight to the bench press? Do I try to do something different? Do I go to the Smith press and work my way up? Probably should work with what's open. Just take this.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, me neither. Should I try those hundreds like you were the other day?
Yeah.
I'll try one. This used to be me, like when I was 21.
Probably don't want to do more than 4.
What am I right now, like 202 or something? I used to be bigger than I am. Yeah. Yeah, I took a break. I started trying to work. You know what I mean? Like, I was trying to make money. Had like 10 jobs. None of them worked out, but trying to kill myself in the gym and like took all that effort. Took my focus away. Like, I was too tired to do work outside. Doing construction. I mostly was doing construction. So I couldn't like go and do physical stuff like outside of the gym, you know? So I kind of like went on a hiatus for a while. I mean, I used to be bigger. So, I know, right? Well, I've had to like reformulate my beliefs. Like I graduated college, but I feel like my mind is much more like if you're okay with just talking for a second, mine's much more like you know, if life is just about things making connections, which technically it kind of is, you know what I mean? Then what?
Networking.
Yeah, well, yeah, sure, networking, but it's just like even more basic than that. It's like the square peg goes in the square hole, and like the circle peg goes in the circle hole kind of thing. It's just like value is like an idea of like what is value? It's a broad encompassing thing. As soon as you reduce value to one thing like money, then I feel like you sort of taking something and like it doesn't fit into your world anymore, like value itself. So you have to find out what fits in that like shape or whatever. So I've had to like reformulate my whole idea about what it means to like be a successful person kind of thing. So yeah, how can value fit in life and not just like take one aspect of like money, you know, or whatever. Anyways, that's just my journey. You know, that's kind of my thing. It's like everybody.
Value in knowledge, value in time.
Yeah, the value in relationships and like, you know,
Really
like,
value in whatever you put.
yeah, like don't underestimate like the power of groups, because money, the more that you actually work in a community, the less the money
More
actually.
money is better than one.
Yeah, and what happens is the less you actually need money because, like, tasks and your needs become fulfilled as like the group accomplishes things. And it's not necessarily like money is like an independent kind of thing. It's like an aspect of yourself, like your own work. But as soon as like think about it, like in reality, and that's much more like a socialistic like there's capitalism and socialism, right? So socialism is the basis of like everyone works together, you know what I mean, kind of thing. But it's
No
like
government, stuff like that kind of.
well,
No government.
yeah, to an extent, like, again, this is how I look at like politics. Okay, let's say you go east on the planet, like super far east, eventually you're gonna end up in the west. You can kind of do the same thing in politics, although it like has a little bit of a different view to it. You know, like the capitalistic way is kind of like the government becomes like a single entity kind of thing. But then it becomes like a single entity with socialism as well, because it's like an idea of like what ideals you hold up. And so then in a sense it's like this unattainable like singular thing that nobody can reach as well. So
It's
it
about
becomes,
power.
yeah, so it becomes this like
any government is good about power.
yeah.
That's what government wants.
You know, so you gotta look at yourself. You gotta look at yourself and like understand like how much things have value in your life, whether it's money, relationships, and a lot of different stuff. Because realistically, if you're a good enough like talker, you can get by without spending too much money. It's like you just like the social thing, and then it's kind of related to like social in that sense. Like, yeah, like you play the social game, and like you know, maybe you become a little bit more colorful. You become rich in a lot of other ways. You become like a rich character, a rich soul, kind of thing. This is stuff that I talk about on my channel all the time. And I have to tell everybody, I just make this up. You know what I mean? This is just, I have gone to school and stuff like that, but this is just my own thoughts. And then in a lot of ways, I feel like, you know, if you're more of a, like a blunt kind of figure, like a hammer versus a sword, right? You're going to be much more of like, oh, well, money rules. But then the funny thing is somebody like that will be less verbal in their life. So in a way, they're kind of less rich because their character is very subdued and their personality is very like mild. So life takes these trades and balances. Like you can be a very social person, like there's a social butterfly, and try to like work with individuals and try to get them to understand like, you know, if we accomplish our needs and we work as a group to do things, then in a lot of ways we don't necessarily need so much trade or whatever. And you can sort of connect that, you know. But then it's like the idea of brain versus brawn. Eventually money, even though it works off of ideas, like reaches a point where if you're too loose with your lips and everything else, it becomes like this system will eventually like constrict you and like say that you have to conform in some way. And so then money becomes like a brute. And the guy with money is like, okay, now it's like time for force. Because money talks. And money is the truth. If it doesn't make sense monetarily, then it doesn't happen. So, but I mean, it's a balance, man. It's all just a balancing act. And there's lots of sources, lots of people to listen to. Do you have a favorite bodybuilder?
Probably Morgan Ashley, but I don't think that's much coffee.
I grew up with like watching Arnold Schwarzenegger in movies and stuff, so he was always very favorite. Just because like
Jake Cutler, pretty good too.
oh yeah, Jake Cutler, yeah.
Because we went up to
Who's that black guy that like won all those ones?
Oh, right.
Yeah, Ron Coleman. Yeah. But he ended up having to get a bunch of surgery and stuff. Like, yeah, it like messed up his body. Just balance, just like in the gym. Like the one guy who doesn't say much, maybe he listens a lot. And then eventually what he says kind of counts more. And it's just like, oh wow, like when you said it, it actually mattered. And when you say it, you say a lot of things, and it's like words are very like loose, very loose, very loose. Say, you know.
She said I was thinking about starting a channel just
Go for it. I tell
to
everyone
speak in my
to.
mind.
Yeah, I tell everyone to, like, it's a free thing to do. Like the way I started, it's
It's
like
like journaling.
I started with journaling. I was doing journaling with books, and I just thought I got sick of it. I did so many books, and I was like, yeah.
Might be easier to just speak.
Well, I also was just like, what am I doing with all this? I had stacks. Like, I had stacks of books. And then eventually I just got on and did one video. You can do really good, I think, just, you know, if you're doing gym vlogs, even, just kind of that stuff. Like, I think you have a good brain, you know, for being able to, like, do bodybuilding and stuff like that. But, yeah, I just started doing vlogging, and then it took off. Like, you know, I used to record my dreams. A lot of people were interested in that. Like, I'd wake up first thing in the morning, my hair's all messy, I'd like go right out of bed.
Have you ever tried like any lucid dreaming or something like that?
Astral projection and stuff like that. Yeah, I'll tell you what helps with that.
I was trying that for a while when I was younger.
Oh yeah.
Never really did it.
So what I feel like helps with that actually is I lucid dream like a lot actually. I'm like very aware of it. So what I started doing was keeping a dream journal, and like every morning I would write that. It was only dreams. And so for a while, I got to the point where it was like, I wanted to go to sleep because I wanted to dream, because it was like a freedom for life. But I think it actually
Then it
kind of,
almost turned into
I think it turned into some depression. Okay, you can see where it goes. Because what ended up
you
happening,
become addicted to almost anything.
I got to the point where it was like life wasn't as satisfying as my dreams were. Like I could do anything. I was flying around. It sounds nuts.
like
you know?
drugs.
Yeah, I was just like flying around, like literally. I can tell you what it feels like. It just feels like
Escape from reality.
just like making money out of whatever, like having sex, and, you know what I mean? Just like with like the movement of that magnitude and stuff like that, right? And it's just like, yeah, and eventually, like what ended up happening was, yeah, I told my therapist, I was like, I enjoy my dreams more than I do like waking out. I actually have to tell him that one time. So yeah, you're right. I can't link that, but if you want to like do that, just start a dream journal. Just write in it like every morning, and eventually you'll get to the feeling where you understand what a dream feels like, and you can recall it. And then you'll start noticing your dreams. Like what I started noticing was, I'm dreaming. In my dreams, I think that.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's like actual reality. I've never been able to like interpret the difference between a dream and reality. So I don't know. I've never really been able to do what I wanted. Stuff like that more.
Well, I would say do that. So go get like Barnes and Noble's, get a journal that you like. First off, get a book that you want to read, something that has like an aesthetic that's your style, whatever it is. Anime, like Leonardo da Vinci, or just like cheap, whatever, you know. Something from Walmart, who cares? But get something that you sort of enjoy looking at, or something like that. I think it does have a little bit of a play on like how interested you are in filling it up with something meaningful. But just do that. But people started having conversations in my dreams. I started composing music. It was kind of like that show Inception a little bit. Like I'd wake up and I'd make up a song or something. I was like, I heard this in my dreams. And I started having to go, my brothers were like, where did you come up with this from? I was like, I had it in a dream. You know, crazy stuff. It's cool though.
Yo, what's up, Presley? Yo, what's up? I saw ya. I'm at the gym, guys. Thanks for the likes. I just saw these messages. I've been talking with someone here. So.
Have you ever tried like TikTok lives and stuff like that?
I used to do TikTok all the time, but I got a new phone. You can't download TikTok now in the App Store. So I just was like, yeah, whatever. If they allow you to download it again, then I'll just download it on my phone. If it gets like off the ban or whatever. So YouTube's where I have most of the following. So it's like it changes like every couple months there'll be new people. It's just like it's like what happens is some people will stick with you for a while, right? It's like the same people for like a couple weeks, and then someone else comes along and they just get kind of tired of like talking or whatever. So yeah, I would say do it, man. I'd say make a channel, make it, and if you start off like I did, like you want to do reels, you'll keep going because you're not doing it for like.
You're always that process.
Yeah, and you'll like, you know, because you'll do it not just for money or something like that, right? And it's like even with 100,000 followers, I've only made a couple hundred bucks. You know, in all honesty, it's just like you have to be. It's just competitive like everything else. If you're not like the star running back on the Super Bowl team, you're not making like $10 million. But yeah, if you start for that reason, you'll keep going. You'll keep going because you'll do it for you. Just to like save yourself. So to speak. Yeah, like save
Do it
yourself.
for other people. I feel like that would
Yeah, no, you won't stick with it. You won't stick with it. That's cool. I think you should start though. If you do, tell me what your channel is. You thinking about going to college at all? No. You can always get your online degree if you really want to.
Yeah.
I had most of my friends either dropped out or didn't go, but then the funny thing is most of them ended up getting their degree just online. And I finished up mine online as well too. So, what? It's just a general degree. I would say if you don't know what you're going to, just probably get something like that. Because I didn't know what I wanted to do. And you know, like I said, I think life really is kind of confusing and crazy. We're things that don't necessarily know where we come from, and it's debatable worldwide, and everybody will agree with them. I think life is kind of like, it is in a sense like kind of like a dream. You know, because, and I'll relate it like this, I'll make it make sense. Like, let's say you have a dream, and in this dream you actually come up with an idea, or it changes you in some way. And then so during the day you actually take that thought and you express it in your day-to-day life. So in that way the dream has changed the world. And so this life is susceptible to all forms of change. Change is very small, change is very big. And I think that the biggest thing you can come to understand is that you have to learn to like love, because what I reduced life down to was that life is the feeling of hating change. Life is the feeling of hating change. If you know that you're kind of like hating something a little bit, I think that it results in two things. Why would you hate something? Is if everything is like from the same thing, or it's just yourself, it's just a dream, it's because you're afraid of being alone. But if it's just you in this world, you can also have comfort because you know it's just you as well. So you know you'll always have your back. Because I don't know what you prescribe to as far as like your philosophy is.
Christianity.
Christianity. Okay. I'm much more. I just say I'm like an independent figure. You know. But I understand those religions, and I was. But you know, I guess in terms like Christianity, what I would maybe like say is like grace comes from Christ, or something like that. So
That's kind of the whole purpose of Christianity. Too.
yeah, so it's like grace comes
That's
from
the grace of God, really.
and so it's like if Christ knows you, then you have to be afraid of him judging you. You know what I mean? But if he really knows you, he already knows everything about you. So would you really have to be afraid of him judging you? That's why I would say it. Like in my words, kind of thing is why it's a dream, is because God sort of knows everything that's already going to happen, like it's not real. The reason we
Still
call
have
it
free
life,
will,
yeah,
too.
true. But what we so
He still knows it could protect.
what I would say is it exists like it's two heads of the same coin, or two sides of the same coin. Okay, it's like because we're in a sense one with God, so to speak. If that makes sense, the choices that God understands and knows is our choice. If that makes sense, because in the beginning you were with God, or whatever. If you take the Bible, like in the beginning you were with God, so your choices and your free will coincide with what God's choices are. So that's how free will exists. But what we experience or what we think sometimes is that, you know, a lot of this is maybe like our people and God knows and understands everything. So it's just the other side of the coin. And I guess in like Christianity, you'd call it Satan or something, you know, lack of free will kind of thing. Right? Just like the idea that you have no choices or whatever, that's the opposite side of the coin. But so my whole thing like is that it's just you having to deal with yourself. Ultimately in Christianity it should kind of work as well if you look at Christianity that way. Because it's just your ability to come before Christ and like admit what you've done, even though he already knows. So the only thing you have to fear is you, right? If that makes sense. You know, so it's like if it's just you that you have to fear, then in a sense it is kind of like a dream, because that's what a dream is. It's totally subject to your own perspective. It can be 100% real in matter and be a dream as well. Just like how little dreams can change our world and our reality right now. You know what I mean? So in Christianity, it's still kind of like that's my way of explaining it, like the Christian way. If I had to like translate it or something. But I don't know, I kind of had a falling out with my family. I was raised in the U.S. So I was good, yeah. Anyways, yeah, get on there and let people know what you think. You know, let everybody know what your thoughts are, like with your religion, what your religious beliefs are. Like what everyone asks me is always like, especially if your stream blows up, it always becomes big topics like a couple months ago. The most viewers from which country or
Just
something?
like most viewers in general.
Oh, 100 months. It's like a couple months ago. But what
How
happened?
does like the algorithm work with lives? Like, do they get promoted like recommended pages and stuff like that?
Yeah, I think, well, what happens when you start to trend is you get on trend. You just grow and get better. When I kind of got sick, like a couple months ago, I was getting 100 viewers like every time. And I got kind of sick, and I cut off all my hair. I had long hair down, like you saw, like down to my back, down to here, down to here. And I cut it all off, and I think people were like, all of a
They
sudden.
thought you lost wisdom.
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
Yeah, no, I bet.
I got
can
because
see that.
I used to get a lot of people that were from the Middle East, and people would come on and call me like Muhammad, my brother, stuff like that. They'd come on and sit down. But then, like, the majority of it was like, where do you stand on like Israel and Palestine? And everyone would come on, and they would be like,
You would be asking them that, or
no, they would be asking me.
Oh,
Like when you get real popular, it becomes like hot
oh yeah,
topics like that. Yeah, they're just like, who is it? Like Israel and Palestine? Who should we? You know what I mean? And if you have all the Muslims in chat, and then you have all the Israelis in chat too, and it's just like, it's a very hard thing to like say and include them like one nation, like honestly. Some people
just
do.
against war. I feel like
Yeah,
that's the best sense.
well, in all honesty, all I said is if people that are professionals that do this for a job haven't figured out like a solution indefinitely, then how am I, like some guy who's never even been to the Middle East, supposed to come up with a solution? That's what I said. And then, but then the thing
Especially
is,
if you have no power, really.
the
Like
thing
if you were
is,
some world leader, then it would be a kind of a.
everybody calls it a
it'd
pussy.
just be a question to ask, yeah.
That's what ends up happening is they're like, oh, he doesn't support the cause. Like then all the Muslims or whatever, they're just like, he supports Israel. And then all the Israelis are like, you're not, like, you have no like faith in God. Is what they'll say. Like you don't know what the truth is if you don't support this. Is what happened. That happened to me like 2 months ago. You can look on, if you go back on my streams, on my live streams, and look back. It's like you'd see that, and it's just like a bunch of Israelis coming, a bunch of Muslims coming. It's kind of interesting. The chat just going like this, like super fast. It's kind of fun. But yeah, I'm not like,
I mean, there's always going to be haters.
yeah, like I said,
In every discussion.
yeah, like I said, you have to be able to do it enough for that because again, it is super competitive. And the people that are the biggest streamers on YouTube and stuff, they have editors and they have like
Most of them
publishing
don't
team.
answer questions that are hate and stuff like that too.
And like I said, and also they have a team in which they cover topics where their team, they're like they have a company. And it's like if you know who like Asmund Gold is and they're like political
I
streamers.
know like queso and like if you
Yeah, Queso Kasai, Steve, what's his name? Yeah, Aiden Ross, Isonaut, all those guys. They have companies and they have teams that edit all their content and stuff. So it's like as somebody you have to understand that that's a different ball game kind of thing. It's like Major League versus city. Like you're just a club team. Yeah, you're like a club team with your boys kind of thing. You know, but I don't know. I'm much more of like a esoteric kind of person. I know you probably got to go to some other exercise and stuff like that. I'm much more esoteric. Like I think that life exists in like these senses of opposites, but being something that's a normal individual, it's like the idea of fame always clashes with the idea of family. Because the more that people are just your friends, you're not famous to them. So fame is always subjective, it's not an objective truth. And things like that. So it's just like, I think that to an extent everybody's famous. But you have the people that are stars to you, maybe they guide you in some way, in some aspect. But to an extent, I'm sure that you're a star to a lot of people. So if you look at life like that, yeah, if you look at life like that, it takes away a lot of the picture. And you can just say it is between me and whatever you do. And then I have just as much as everybody else has. And so it's about me learning how to express myself and learn how to grow as much as I can so that I have less limitations. You know, I have less limitations. So
Anyways.
Thanks, Chad.
Yeah, what was your name? Jacob. What? Jacob? Jacob.
Here's
Okay.
Austin.
Jacob. I'll remember, man. All right, guys. You're not the only one here now. If I saw there's people. We're gonna do just bench press now on the bar. You guys ready? Put some real weight on. Yeah, I know, right? The thing is that, like, I hate doing bench without somebody. I'll go on the Smith press and do some bigger weight, but when I'm just on bench by myself, I'd rather do just lighter stuff. I've had thanks Faisal. I've had the bench come down on me before. I was doing like 225 by myself. I know, it's fine. I had 225 on by myself. I'm just saying a story. And I got it down on me and I couldn't get it up. And I just had to yell for someone to come and get it off one time. So I always hold back a little bit. And if I'm trying to see where I'm at, I'll have somebody. Yeah, one time I had it come down. On me. I think it might have been, I'm not sure how much, but yeah. So I'm afraid, I don't want to do too much. I'd rather do lightweight and just a lot of reps, I'm not going to be a bodybuilder. Maybe for a time I looked like I was, but it's just I took the photos, you know what I mean? Yeah, after this I'm going to the coffee shop. It's just I took the photos, they exist out there kind of thing. I felt like I was all that for a second, Now it's just I got to stay in shape and be real with myself, I'm trying to just push through this exercise too, When it's just me here, I really try and push pretty hard and just go. I did those 100-pound dumbbells chest press over there on the bench, but I think what was carrying me mostly was my muscle memory, It's just I probably shouldn't be doing that much. I'm just running through this though. It's I'm gonna grab a drink really quick, and then do all they have one of these machines. I'm gonna get on. This guy. $180. I bet I can max this machine out. All right, that's 240. We'll see. There you go. 240. When I'm on the machine, I'll put the higher weight on because I hate getting stuck on a free weight with a lot of weight on it, unless I have someone there with me. But it says that's 240 for bench. Six. This is that time of the gym where I told you it's just everybody who's a meathead. Stronger than I look. Thanks. Yeah, I could do more for sure. I just don't like doing that on free weights. I'll do it on dumbbells, like you saw me. I'll take 100-pound dumbbells and I'll press those because I'm not afraid I can drop them, you know. But I hate getting a bench on me when I'm by myself. But yeah, this is that time where I was telling you, it's like everybody's here is just a meathead, and it like feels kind of like, you know, it feels kind of nice. It's kind of nice being here at this time. Everybody here is kind of fun to be around. No, I'm not. You can use it. Oh no, I try to only keep it pointing at me, so it's like no one says anything, you know. Yeah, I'm like super conscious about, okay, I can only go out this far, so I don't have people walking around it, and I only keep it pointing this way, you know. So yeah, no problem. If it's in your way, let me know. Yeah, it could have been someone who was on there, but they had him pointing it at him, you know? Yeah. Not me. Oh, yeah, no, you're fine. There you go, I died on like 3.5 on it, though. On that last one. It killed me. All right. Now I'm looking for triceps stuff. Seated dip. much is that? It's like £300. Yeah, it's 300.
It's got those on it too.
So it's got 225 and then 250s. Yo, what's up, Boris? It's been a minute since I've seen you. It's 100. Wait, so like 225, then 275, then it's 325. 325. It's not too bad. No, it's been a while since I've seen you in my chat. Yeah, I haven't seen you for a while, Boris. I haven't seen you for a long time. But yeah, it's 325. That's killing them too. They're getting dead.
See you later, man.
Hey, have a good day, man.
Yeah,
Yeah. Chest and triceps. Yeah. All right, I'm done. Where am I from? Utah. Utah in the United States. Let's see. I'm just gonna do some dips. USA. You're from Russia? Nice. I went to Russia like five years ago. I went to Russia, to like Moscow. Everybody was nice to me, so. Do I drink beer? Not really. I'm like a straight edge kind of. If you know what a straight edge is, they don't do anything. I've been like sober for like, I don't know, like 6 years or something. Off of like everything.
It's definitely hard, but I just have to feel like I gotta move on. Do I eat pork? Yeah. Yeah, we have pork, we have bacon, we have pork chops. We have ham sandwiches. Yeah, straight edge, aka nerd. Yeah, that's right. Harem? Yeah, I got a harem. Hey, I got a harem, boys. Where's my harem at? Not halal mode? No, I'm not Muslim. I'm not Middle Eastern. I'm British. Basically, all my ancestry is British. I gotta show you guys the gym right now, though. It's all just dudes here at like 6 o'clock at night. Everyone's just ripping it hard. It's funny. It's kind of a group. Do I watch Steven Universe? I've seen it. I've seen it before. All right, let's do an exercise that sucks. For our last exercise.
That's how you get your jumping right there. Go down that hole. Like
Yeah, if you guys looked at that, or rewind it and look at that, it's just a bunch of guys, all dude meatheads, just let's lift for Friday night. Friday night funsies, so I'll go to the gym. I'm gonna do some skull crushers. We'll see if I can even do these. That's the shitty one. True Kind Love by Steven Universe. I'll have to look it up. I'd have to look it up, man.
Yo, what's up, Sleepy Joe? It's been a minute, man. Welcome to the chat. Okay. All right, you guys, you banned me from what, man? You can't ban me, Mr. President. I'm a sovereign citizen. Anyways, guys, that's it for the gym today. We came and we got it. Hopefully converting some of that fat into muscle, but I'll see you guys at the coffee shop. Oh, for Talk Russian guy. I've been to Russia. They were nice. I'm nice to people that were nice to me. If they didn't respect other people of this country, there's some people in this country that I don't respect, basically, but you just gotta think more internationally. I'm gonna say where I'm from and who I am, but I think that, you know, there's a type of person that exists beyond boundaries as well. And I at least found those people when I went to Russia, but I don't know. They were, like I said, they were nice to me. They were nice to me, so. I'm not Russian, I'm British, dude. You can make fun of me for being British, I guess. Anyways, guys, I am an American citizen though. I can show you my driver's license, Sleepy Joe. All right, guys, I'm gonna go to the coffee shop. I'll see you all there, whoever wants to join. Sleepy Joe? If you want to come and speak more of your piece there, you're welcome to, but I'll see you guys.